super
Do you
early
want
and
to
late for
start
you.
out with a
Get some rest. Sleep
little
well.
quick episode of Lore or Lie, Kiri?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, all right.
Hello,
So,
Kakia.
for those of you who are tuned in right now who perhaps haven't experienced this before, so Kiri is new to the universe of Warhammer Fantasy. And so we've come up with a game where I will tell Kiri a piece of Warhammer Fantasy lore, and she has to decide whether that is actual lore or whether it is indeed a lie. So that's the game, okay?
I'm very excited about it. Chat, please don't spoil it. If you know the answer, let me guess on my own, please. I'm ready.
Okay, all right. So, in the forests near the Empire, there once was a prince who
So far, so
had
good.
his eyes stolen by a beast man, making him blind. And this individual, this prince, was so enraged that he decided to go to the vampire counts and get himself turned into a vampire so that he could wreak his revenge on this beast man. And the main motivation for that is that he could then find his way around using echolocation as a vampire without the eyes. So now he just wanders through the woods with his army of followers, looking for the beastmen to wreak revenge on them for taking his eyes.
That is such an intricate story, very well thought out. I would have said it's a lie.
It is a lie. That is not true.
Dang it. So it's actually law.
No, it's a lie. It was a lie.
Oh, it was a lie.
You were right.
Okay. I thought the lie is not true. Okay. Nice.
Wait, what? Yeah, the lie isn't true.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
I'm also confused. Sorry, Kiri difficulty strikes again. So it was wrong and I got it right that it was wrong.
Yes, that's exactly what just happened.
That's cool. Still, I like the story. Did you come up with this yourself?
I did, yeah. I've spent the weekend just kind of pondering different bits of lore, trying to work out stories that are kind of believable but not.
I think it's very believable, yeah. Although I would have thought that when they get turned into a vampire, they would regrow the eye. Sorry, I loosened push to talk. They would regrow the eyes, but maybe that's not how it works. It's still relying on echoes. It's cool.
I just thought it was kind of funny, like the idea of a guy wandering around trying to use echolocation as a vampire. That just kind of tickled my fancy, and I was just like, that's kind of silly.
No, absolutely, I like it. 1 point for me. Nice.
As a reward for Wally, would you like another installment of Lore or Lie, Kieran?
Yes, please. That'd be great.
Okay, all right. Let's go. Right. Let me consult my notes here.
This is gonna be good.
Okay, so the Skaven, which are like the little rat people.
Yes, I know that much already.
They have essentially walkie-talkies that they can use to talk to each other over long distances remotely to each other, little handheld walkie-talkies. And they call these devices fast squeakers. Is this lore or is this a lie?
I so much want this to be lore. I say lore.
It is lore.
Oh,
You're on a
that's
streak, Kiri.
So good. I love this. To be fair, like every time you ask me a question like this, it's always a gamble because it could be either. Because you make up really great lies, but then also something that is lore, it could just also be a lie, really. I like this.
Why it makes it such a fun game.
It is perfect. What are they called again? Fast squeakers?
Fast squeakers, yes.
That's perfect. So cute.
So good.
I like it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I am spot streaming, right? So
we should do another lore or lie.
yes, let's do that.
Okay, all right. Let me consult my notes here.
Are you picking random?
Okay. All right. Sorry.
So I don't know how many notes you have, how many potential lore or lies you have, but are you picking random, or are you going through a list?
Just random ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've got like a little notepad document filled with little notes and stuff.
Lore of fire.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you the story of Gashnag, the Black Prince, who is a prince who has his own kingdom, but he's a vampire, and he comes from a long line of vampires, and he is horribly disfigured. But he's actually kind of a decent guy. But he knows that regular humans will not particularly like him and will, run away from him. But he kind of wants to keep running his father's kingdom in, a nice way, and he wants it to grow and be prosperous. So what good old Gashnag has done is he started a record label where he hired a whole bunch of bards and musicians to go out and start playing songs across the countryside, where they would sing stories about Gashnag the Great, and tell people about how nice and honorable he is. And then actually he once was a handsome prince that was cursed to be horribly disfigured and ugly. And like he's adopted this like mysterious kind of cloaked reclusive role, and he kind of only goes out at night, but is never alone. He's always with his advisors, and they never, the public never really gets a good look at him, and he's very mysterious. But he also is quite honorable. He looks after his people. He looks after his town. The area where he lives in, the border princes kind of territories, are very kind of chaotic and wild, and there's a lot of uncertainty and upheaval constantly. But his town and his little province sort of thing that he's got going on is like one of the few areas where it's quite, fairly law-abiding and, relatively speaking, kind of peaceful. He kind of runs a reasonably tight ship. So Gashnag, the Black Prince, is it law or is it lie?
That's so elaborate. I'm not quite decided yet, but I'm gonna give you my thought process.
Okay.
I believe everything that is law, except for the part where you said that he's, I don't know, made a band, or has this music project.
He started a record label and hired a bunch of bards and musicians.
So I was thinking that no way, this is not gonna happen. But then I thought about the earlier thing with the Skaven walkie-talkies, and that's I don't know. So maybe there are Warhammer record labels, because everything else just seems so plausible and actually like a great marketing strategy. So the more absurd it is, the more true it is, I think. So I'm gonna say that's law.
You're 3 for 3 tonight, Kiri. Well done.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is indeed law.
It's also
Gashnag the Black Prince.
That's so weird. Cool. Wow. I'm on a roll. That's so cool. I like it. Thank you.
Do we have time for another law or lie?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Up?
That'd be great.
Okay. All right. So.
What we got? Can I win this?
Which one?
To have a complete victory.
Should we pick?
Let's see. I love those Lord of Lie segments. Okay. They're great.
So, have you come across the High Elves yet?
No. Not at all.
Okay, so there are 3 types of elves in Warhammer Fantasy. So there are dark elves, there are high elves, and there are wood elves. So it's kind of,
Basic,
does
yeah.
what it says on the tin.
Let me find it.
So there was this high elf. His name was Galahad, and he was so obsessed with his good looks that he would go to a stream every day and look at his reflection in the water, and he would just spend all day looking at it. And eventually he spent so long looking at it that he fell in love with himself and eventually went on to marry the stream.
That's a lie.
That is indeed a lie. You're 4 for 4, Kiri.
I got it! All of them
Congratulations.
today! That's amazing.
Are you sure you haven't been studying off stream?
I actually have not been studying, no. So what made me think that was a lie, first of all, was the name, Galahad.
Okay.
I don't know why. I mean, it could be a name in Warhammer, but I thought, like, no, isn't that from, like, Arthurian legends or something, maybe?
What?
Is it not?
From what legends?
Oh, Arthurian? Like King Arthur?
Oh,
Maybe?
yeah, it totally is. Yeah.
So Galahad?
Yeah, I just didn't know that. I'm not educated enough to know that that was a word.
I mean, names can be recycled, right?
Yeah,
So-
sure. Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay.
It is totally from there.
And then, I don't know, like marrying a stream, that is, even for Warhammer, that seemed a bit too wacky.
Okay.
Cool. This is great. Good victory.
Yeah.
Hi, AK.
GG.
How's it going?
All right, shall we wrap it up there for this turn?
Yeah, I think that'd be best.
Perfect.
Thank
All right, I
you
will,
so much,
save.
Drongo.
No, thank you. I had a great time as always.
Me too. That was super fun. The gameplay, but also the lore and lie. Thank you for putting in some work and thinking about cool lies, and then presenting it like this. That was awesome.